Welcome back to the channel and the latest vlog. So in this episode, we're going to kind of go through what my new car protection detail is. I have different levels and we'll talk about that a little bit later on in the vlog. We're just going to go through kind of the steps of what's involved, what you get, and how I do it. So out the front, I have a 2025 Volkswagen ID.7 GTX. That thing is cool. He pulled up in it this morning. I hadn't seen it, and it's the first one of these that I've seen. I like it quite a lot. So, yeah, this vlog is going to kind of be a bit more talking. There may be some voiceovers, which I might try, I might try that. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, first of all, we need to get outside, get it washed, decontaminated, and then we can pull it in, have a look at the paintwork, and take it from there. So yeah, let's get outside and get this thing washed and decontaminated. So now that the wash and the first part of the decontamination is completed, we're now onto the mechanical part of the decontamination, which is a clay bar. I do see quite a few people when they show a clay bar to the camera and it is absolutely filthy. So to me, that's like they've not done the chemical decontamination at all. And then you're going to get a lot of that grit, especially tar. So inside road tar, you have little stones. So when you clay them, they end up in that clay bar, and you kind of do more damage claying the car with those kind of contaminants on, because those little rocks break down, or the tar breaks down, the rocks come out, and then you just scratch it. So the more you can get off outside in the wet work is a lot safer inside or outside doing a clay bar. So built hammer, soft clay, just water. I have noticed we've got some bird etchings on the bonnet already. We'll just get lots of water on there. And if you do your decontamination well outside, then it makes it so much easier doing a clay bar. have to do a little bit of work on these. I think they're quite deep. Sorted. Whew. Right, let me get this clayed. We'll pull it in the studio and then we'll have a look at the paintwork. Paint depth measurements is up next. A lot of new vehicles that have been coming through the door have very low paint readings, and it's the same with every new car. Typically Volkswagen and BMW have a bit more than, let's just say, your Japanese kind of vehicles. So I'm hoping that this one has a bit more. '97, '98, 115, 110, 95. Oh, do it again. There we go. Right, we've only got a little bit of the roof at the back. That's 160. So that would have been painted over the blue, which is why it is thicker. Yeah, 165, 150. Can't do the front. So that is that one. Right. 80. 100. 106. 80. Let me do a screen record. So now you'll be able to see what I'm seeing. 110. 115. 120. Happy with this so far. Oh, bit of a low one up there. Yeah. No, that's probably because that's not flat. Yeah. There we go. In doing that, I now have a kind of a mental note in my head of pretty much what everything is. If there was a lot of variation or some very low areas, I would probably print this report out and stick it to the windows so that I have a reference when I'm polishing. But because this is all good, we do have some bird poo etchings on the bonnet which may need wet sanding. If it does, then this will come out again and I'll do it, measure, sand, polish, measure, sand, polish. So this may come out again for the bonnet. But everything else, I think a single stage is going to be perfect. Oh, right. Taping up next. Lift it up in the air. Have a look at some defects. And begin polishing. Yes, let's go. Let's have a quick walk around. So yeah, gloss black definitely needs some polishing. Now I think we've got some holograms on there. Yeah, paint, what a colour that is. Yeah, on the passenger side rear door, you can just see below the light, we've got some hedge scratches that run along. We've got some deeper ones on the front door. mirror, definitely got some scratches on there. And on the bonnet, you can see one bird poo etching there. We got another one there. Another big one there. That's quite deep, that one. Another one there. One more, and then I did notice one. So that is where there was one, and somebody's tried removing. You can see the deeper scratches there. Where did I see the other one? Ah, there he is. Right on the front, just there. So the driver's side is pretty good. I mean, a single stage is going to be more than enough on this. Oh, you see some scratches on there. See them flickering at the top? But again, a single stage would be more than enough to get that out. But yeah, gloss black. Needs some work. Yeah, oh wow. You can see how many times that driver's door has been closed by the front pillar. Yeah, might look at a bit of PPF for that. So apart from the bonnet and the driver's side front pillar, which I think they're going to need to be cut, especially for the bird poo etchings, I'm going to see if I can remove them with polishing alone. If I can't, then we're going to have to wet sand those, and then we'll get the camera in. But I need to tape everything up, get it up in the air, and then yeah, we'll come back wherever we start, try a few combinations, see what is going to work, and get polishing basically on this one. Going to make a start today. Yeah, lovely colour. So let's get on with that. We'll come back in a minute. Test section. Whoa. Whoa. I had to buy a new pair of headphones. My other ones died, which I've had for 5 years. I think I've had them. I had them long before I moved in here, and November will be 4 years in here. So yeah, I've had them a long time. They're the Skull Candy Evo, and these are the Skull Candy Evo ANC noise cancelling. Never had a pair of noise cancelling headphones, and if you've got them on and you talk, it sounds like you're being really quiet. So yeah, getting used to these ones, but they are brilliant headphones, and 60-hour battery life, which is, the old ones were brilliant, but these, yeah, they're pretty good. So don't know why I went on about that. I've done my test section. We are going with a Geon eccentric polish pad and Koch Chemie fine cut. That seems to be working quite well. Bringing out, I can see the depth and the gloss difference between that panel and that panel. I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up. So basically I'm going to work my way down this side, do the gloss black. This side skirts, really weird. It looks like overspray. It's a bit of a weird one. Let me see if I can. It looks really cloudy, and then there is one part, if I can find him. You can just see this kind of line in the middle there. I'll get my finger out of the way, and it's not coming off. It just looks like overspray. It's a bit of a weird one. So yeah, I'm going to work my way down the passenger side. Gloss black, mirror, side skirt. Then tackle the bird poo etchings on the bonnet. And then carry on with the rest of it. But that seems to be a combo that is working on the light swells. But we'll see how we get on. I need to get polishing. Woo! Yeah, I might pull another bit of a late one tonight to get as much polishing done as I can. Yeah, right, headphones back on. Let's get going. Well, you might have noticed in that bit of footage that I went from a Geon polishing pad to a Lake Country all-in-one microfiber pad. There were some areas that needed a bit more bite than the Geon pad. And it worked so well. This is quite hard paint on this. And it worked really well and has left no micromarring, which is awesome. So I didn't need to do a two-stage because it was only in for a one stage, apart from the bonnet where we had the bird poo etchings and the gloss black, because if you cut them, you are going to introduce marring. So with this one, we went with the Koch Chemie. So we've got H9, which I used on the bonnet to cut the bird poo. Pretty much everything else had F7, F6, and then the refinement on the gloss black had the M3. Yes, M3 for that one. So that is what polishes I used. It's come up amazing. Yeah, proper happy with that, with a single stage as well. So now it is time to refine the paintwork, to wipe the paintwork down. I want to do that tonight and then coat it first thing in the morning. Yeah, the gloss black on the top on the roof as well. I'll try and get it on camera. It's got a green tinge to it. It's really odd. I've never seen it on a car before. But yeah, you've got your gloss black, and then this part, that part, and the spoiler. When you catch it in the light, it's like a green tinge. I'll try and catch it on camera. So yeah, all I'm going to do to wipe this one down, I've got the panel wipe, and I'm literally going to go around with the panel wipe, go home, come in the morning, and then we will coat this one. Whilst I'm wiping down the ID.7, I thought we'd have a little talk about panel wipes. So, the quick version is basically when you polish a vehicle, even if you wipe the polish off with a microfiber cloth, you're still going to have polish residue on the panel. So that's where a panel wipe comes in, helps break down that polish and then removes it. The way that I polish a vehicle, let's just say I polish this panel, I will wipe it off with a microfiber towel, and then I'll do an IPA wipe. So that's isopropyl alcohol, 99%, mixed 50-50 with deionized water. And that's how I check my work as I go. And also that removes most of it, if not all of it, on that panel as I'm going. So I've already done an IPA wipe down. Now I'm doing like a strong panel wipe just to pick up any remaining if I have missed any. But I would not do a coating without doing this step first. Now in the bottle I have, I've got to try and say this right, Labo Cosmetica Veritas, I think that's right. This is mixed at 4:1 with deionized water. Works really well. Now I would normally use Spice Hacker 7010. The cost of Spice Hacker 7010 has kind of got a bit ridiculous. We're talking, it's nearly £90 for 5 litres, which, yes, it is great, but that's a lot of money just for a panel wipe. A lot of people use the U-Pole, the pink container. I can't remember what number it is. U-Pole, it's the slow evaporating one. So a lot of people use that. I find it still evaporates a bit too quickly. So that's why Veritas is what I've been using recently. It just stays on the panel just that little bit longer that I can mop up the excess. So yeah, once I've done all my panels, I will then go around and open the doors and do all my door edges as well. Because if there's any polish residue in them, and I pick that up on the coating, I just want to try and get as much clean and clear as I can before that coating goes down. But really nice and easy to use. But yeah, vital step, and just making sure I'm not rushing this. Yeah. And then yeah, get the coating on tomorrow. I also bought myself a little present. It's not for myself, it's for the business. I don't know why. It's not for me, it's for the business. Nice palette over there. So hopefully you will see the results of that palette in the next vlog. There we go. Oh, yeah, so I just thought I'd touch on a little bit about panel wipes. Because this is going to sit overnight as well, there may be a couple of bits of dust or something land on it in the morning. So I will do a Geon prep wipe down just before, or an hour before I apply the coating. Yeah, but that's a little bit into panel wipes and what I use. So yeah, let's come back in the morning and get the coating on. I'm trying to do a different style of vlog. Try and mix it up a bit, and a bit more about the products that I'm using and why I'm using them. I think more people find that interesting and take something away from the vlog rather than just the same thing over again. But I have mentioned in other vlogs, the nature of my brain is repetitive. Everything gets done the same way, and that's how I always get the same results, because everything is done that way, done that way, done that way. Routine, that's the word I was looking for. But I'm trying to mix it up a bit. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm trying, and I want to try and get some more vlogs out regularly. It's very difficult for me, but I'm gonna try and just see what happens. I'm trying. Right, let's get on with this. We'll catch back in the morning. Woohoo! We move on to coating the Volkswagen ID.7 this morning. So this one is having our graphene ceramic coating. So we just lay a bit on the applicator first. Give it a little spread. There we go. And once this pad is loaded up, you don't need that much of it going forward. There we go, we just get a nice layer on there. Now with this coating, I could probably do that door and that door before I start wiping it off. So it's a nice coating to use. I'll get you in closer on the other camera just to kind of show you how I apply it, what it looks like when it's ready to take off. So yeah, we'll switch over to the other camera and we'll get applying this coating. Yay! Woohoo! When I'm applying this coating, I will typically break it up into sections when I'm applying it. So I'll probably do this part underneath this swage line and the top piece. Then I might do this half, that half, and then the bottom piece. And then do the wing. And then hopefully by the time I've done that, this door is then ready to take off. So you just go under the around the badge. Oh, don't catch the badge. There we go. Sorted. And when I do the mirror, I'll do the base as well. Just put a few drops on, give it a little spread. And now that the pad is primed, it's 5-6 drops. Sorted. Now just do a couple of drops to get the bottom piece done. Sorted. So let's see. There we go, you can see the coating on there. So while that is drying, should we say, we'll get on and we'll apply to the wing as well. Oh, I'll probably be able to do this all in one. Just want to make sure I've got underneath that swage line. Sorted. There's still a little bit more time for that one. Yeah, you can still just see some rainbowing just up here. So yeah, maybe another 30 seconds. I think we're pretty good there. So I've just got my first towel, which is like a low pile microfiber, and just remove the excess. Be careful around the badge. Just get my second towel, and then this one is a plush with a high pile microfiber, and just make sure you get all the excess off. Careful around the badge. Always go beyond the panel as well, because you will have pushed a bit of coating over there. So whenever you take it off a panel, make sure you go further, because the last thing I want to do is then come back round and see that I have high spots on this back door. So yeah, I'll always go further on a panel to make sure I've got it all off. Right, let's get the wing off. Now I'll flip to a new side of the towel. So yeah, once again on this wing, I will make sure I go further onto the front door, just to make sure I haven't moved any onto that area. Let's knock out the glass quickly. So for this, I've got IPA mixed 50-50 with distilled water, and that is what I'm going to clean the glass with. And then we're going to apply Geon Quick View for this one. In one of the last vlogs, when I was showing how I use Quick View, and I was actually using the Quick View bottle and I spilt it, so now I've got it in a dropper bottle. And with that, I can now literally do it this way, and I'm not going to spill any, well, hopefully anyway. That has now had around 15 minutes curing time, so it's time to get it off, and we just got Geon Prep. So we don't have much left to do on this one. Dress the tyres, clean the interior glass, give it a quick vacuum, put the number plate back on, final check and make sure that everything is right. Yeah, and then we're pretty much ready for some offers on this one. So I'm going to get on with that. We'll come back for the results at the end. Yes. 2025 Volkswagen ID.7 GTX. New car detail completed. Very happy with the results from pretty much a single stage, apart from the gloss black, which kind of had a single stage, the same as what I used on the paintwork, but then also refined it as well because that's softer than the paintwork, and the bonnet with the bird poo etchings, so that had to be done. Whew. Wow. What a colour. Yep, really happy with the ID.7 GTX. It's a bit of a mouthful, that is. This is a customer, long-term customer. I'm talking years and years on this customer with me and him and his cars. So I didn't mind going the extra mile on the bonnet and the gloss black, just doing a bit more work. Got to look after your customers. So yeah, proper happy with that. What else do I say about it? It's had a single stage, graphene coating, quick view for the glass, wheel face coating, quick hoover. I think that's about it on this one. It's kind of my level 1 detailing package, so it's really paintwork only. That's what this service is aimed for. But yeah, that's cool. So let's wrap this one up and get into some afters on the ID.7. So yeah, we'll leave that one here and we'll come back on the next one. See you later.